Rubik's Stephen Merchant.
Lucas, will you stand next to Dan for a moment? Just.
Jesus. Is that? Can you grab a mic? I really mean, can you?
So far down.
I'm curious. I'm gonna give some space. Okay. I'm curious. I talk to tall people. Like for the listeners, we got a very tall, very handsome, good gentleman. It's like
he's like if Akiva Schaffer from Lonely Island was like on the Knicks.
So tallness, like you don't like. So what is there? And don't be afraid to tell the truth, no matter what it is. But just inside, not. It's not the same as you saying you should feel sorry for me or anything like that. Just inside your actual emotions. Do you feel hurt when people just like joke about it at all?
Every single interaction in my entire life is all that only.
So is that troublesome? Like it's kind of like you wish.
I don't know if I can. Like every single experience since the time I was like 5 has been shaped by the fact that I'm tall. So I'm just, I guess, used to it.
Do you ever play that card in a conversation with black people?
Oh, definitely.
Like in a comment section, and so he's going, "What do you? I'm
marginalized.
What do you mean Blue Lives Matter? That's the most offensive thing." And you're like, "Hey, I know what you mean. All right? Yeah.
You've never been on an airplane.
Do you feel compelled to distract from your height?
Yes, that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
I know.
Well, it might be an actual attempt. We might find out that this takes 2 inches off the optic nerve. Because it's like by some principle we don't know about that you've researched. You and 3 guys at a club in like London.
Well, it's like since everyone only talks about how tall I am, it's nice to let them talk about something other than that.
Right.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Did you go through a big like growth spurt, like a painful growth spurt?
I have always been very tall. I was 11 pounds 7 ounces when I was born.
What?
Yeah, I was 6 foot in 5th grade.
He was such a tall baby.
How tall was he?
He was such a tall baby that he didn't finish being born until his 3rd birthday.
That's great.
That's like a Play-Doh fun factory in this motherfucker with this guy.
Dan, Lucas was such a tall baby. That when he was an infant, when he went to Disneyland, families agreed to meet around him if they got separated.
They actually do. They actually do that. They absolutely do that.
Lucas was such a tall baby. There was still snow on him in the summertime.
Lucas was such a tall baby.
How tall was I?
He's not allowed to go to zoos because the giraffes will be insecure.
Lucas is such a tall baby.
How tall was he?
To this day, he's still he was the only he was the only fetus allowed on roller coasters.
I'm not allowed on some.
Right, yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, I bet you aren't allowed on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I bet you're allowed, not
the Harry
allowed.
Potter ride at Universal, they're like, you're too tall. You will get your head cut off.
That's fucked up. See? Yeah, you thought it was all big joke.
Dan, Lucas is so tall that his dick has its own dick and it's bigger than your dick.
It is proportionate.
I love that that's like Lucas's slam. You can so subtly say like, no, it all works together. Yeah.
What do you do? What's your? Let's stop doing tall jokes for a few minutes.
They use them to change the Liberty Torch. Yeah. I was just joking.
Lucas, do you live in LA? Are you a Los Angelino?
I moved here about a year ago.
From where?
From Oregon.
From Oregon.
Still on his way too.
Were you followed here by your blue ox?
Nice. You fucking monster.
It's a fucking... I'm a human being.
Wait, well, let's do a segment called Luke. The things we should know about Lucas.
A segment called "We're Sorry, Lucas."
Well,
it's okay. It's okay.
Like now that he's been gracious about all that, now his reward should be that we find out some non-height related things about him. What band are you in?
I'm not in a band. I do paint.
You don't play stand-up bass.
No. I play sit-down.
What do you do?
I paint, and I'm an actor at Universal Studios.
Oh.
Wait, what do you do at Universal Studios?
I am a character.
Now, I was once too. What do you do?
I'm a few different things. So I'm a Who at Christmas, and I also am the warm-up act for the Animal Show. If anyone has been there, yeah.
Because
it's very Harpo Marx. It's like a silent clown type. I do a lot of mime and mess with guests.
Now, I for a summer or two did. I was Harry from Harry and the Hendersons and Frankenstein.
That's good, yeah.
But now, this is not a height thing, but you would be too tall to be Frankenstein.
I am too tall. The tallest character at the park is Megatron, and height cap is 6'6". So I'm allowed to be the atmosphere characters that are just like, you're a policeman. I can do that.
Because I was Harry and the Hendersons in the dead of summer wearing a yak fur and latex mushroom.
Oh man, yeah.
Mushroom. What?
I feel really bad for the people who are Shrek.
Ooh!
Oh my God!
But it was the hottest thing. You were just pouring sweat, but inside the big feet of the Bigfoot of the Sasquatch, there was like metal high heels in it. So like I'm 6'4" I'm just like a shade under 6'4". So in that with the head, I was like probably 6'10", like in that. Yeah. But one day I got to play Frankenstein, which is the best because you just wear a nice suit.
Yeah, a nice suit and like platform heels.
Yeah. Yeah, and also nobody fucks with you when you're Frankenstein.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah,
you know, and they bone out. They don't want to hang there.
Someone stuck a wand in the mummy's butt.
That seems like an awesome '80s Gary Newman song.
Yeah, right.
I got my wand inside the mommy's butt. I like my wrappings. I like my stick.
When I was Harry and Henderson's, it was my own eyes that you could see through the mask, and the jaw would work, and you're supposed to be kind of a comical, like lovable character, but
animated.
It was nobody really screwed with you because you're so big, and there's this big latex padded muscle suit.
Yeah.
And with yak fur, and it's 1,000 degrees outside, and you're dying. You're dying. And you're making $10 an hour the fucking hard way.
Wait, I think you meant Randy Newman, didn't you? I was doing Gary Newman. Did you mean Randy Newman?
Gary Newman.
Okay. Because someone put a stick in the mummy's butt. Does sound more like a Randy Newman.
Well, let's hear Randy Newman talk about putting a wand up the mummy's butt.
You got that stick now, don't you, little boy? What you gonna do with that stick when you don't know what to do?
You got a stick in your butt. Like that.
Tall people.
Yeah. Thank you.
But it was the Japanese businessmen would come up, and they would blow smoke into my mask. They could see human beings' eyes in there, and they would like get in their tippy toes and go, and then a couple times just take their hand and try to ram it up Sasquatch's butt, and I would just shove them as hard as I could, and then run off like I was being a bad Sasquatch.
I've told this story before. I was a Captain Crunch during either their peak popularity as a cereal or the Valley. I don't know what would make them.
This was at the short-lived General Mills cereal theme park.
The promotional campaign was "Who's the Real Captain?" There were multiple captains wandering the city of Milwaukee. There were another tour, and one of the other captains.
Wait, you're not joking?
No,
I thought this was a bit. All right,
I've told this story, but you've talked about being Harry and the Hendersons, so it's recycling night at Harmontown. I was a captain, and there was another guy who was a captain because we were multiple captains. We'd go around going, "I'm the real captain." No, I'm the real captain. And we had the big costumes with the spray painted mesh mouth where you're looking out of it. We went to Winterfest and they put ice skates on us and they said, "Why don't you go out there?" And,
oh no!
And the kids were like, "There's 6-foot pillows on ice skates.
Let's attack.
My childhood is incumbent upon me. Like it's my patriotic duty to ram these fuckers into oblivion.
Throw them down and watch them turtle to
what
try
did
and get
they
up.
want to happen? They were just like, it was just like, it was, I don't, if you survived Pearl Harbor, I don't want you to think I'm trivializing your experience, but it was, to me, it was my Pearl Harbor.
Dan, I remember when you told me that story, and for some reason I was so impressed.
It is impressive.
Like
I was Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
Well,
impressive.
also you skated.
Oh yeah, I'd say yeah.
Yeah, like that's hard. Skating.
Well, when you're in Milwaukee, it's like you're sliding everywhere anyway, and so then somebody's like, "Put these blades on, you'll go faster." Like, okay.
So Lucas, right now you're
Hey, I just got to finish the story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So one of the kids kept bombarding us, and one of the captains, my friend, I saw I was near him, and he grabbed one of the kids, and the mouth is like right in front of the kid's face, and he said, "If you skate into me one more time, I will break your fucking arm, and if you tell anybody I said this, I'll deny it." And I think he was the real captain. That's when I figured it out. I don't know if they ever gave us an answer, but
that might have been Admiral Crunch.
All right. So anyway, now continue.
So you're currently still doing costume work and like character stuff up at Universal?
Yes, currently we're preparing for Grinchmas.
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 Copyright problems there. You can't just.
Yeah. Christmas is completely taken.
No, it's because we
is
don't
that
want
a
Trump thing.
We don't want to say
what happened.
We don't want to say Christmas. We don't want to say Hanukkah. So it's Grinchmas.
Yeah.
But we sing Christmas carols.
Do they still do the Westworld, Waterworld?
Waterworld. Yes, Waterworld. I know.
Is that still happening?
It's still there.
Yeah, it's good.
Not a great movie.
Waterworld, very, very beautiful movie, very successful ride. And I'll tell you something. I heard what you just said. You're gonna be saying Christmas. They're gonna be saying Christmas. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. We're gonna go down there. We're gonna make them say Christmas hugely. So tall. But more to it than that. Ironically, working at a theme park, the height doesn't figure in. The guy playing Megatron and Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, when you walk by wearing an ill-fitting bellhop costume, they go, "What's with the tall guy?"
You're too tall to be the tall characters.
I'm too tall to be the tall characters. I can be the other atmosphere. Like, I can be police officer, British palace guard, train conductor, like those ones.
Right, but
Other than that.
you can't put on the Frankenstein.
But they're like,
boots 'cause
Shaggy's 6'2", and you're like, he's a cartoon.
Do you have a big dick?
I already mentioned this. I said it was proportionate.
Okay.
I don't want to say things out loud.
Okay.
Like that.
He said he has a proportionate.
To my height.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Big dick then.
Sure.
Because mine is not proportionate.
How not proportionate is it?
Legally, I'm required to call it a nipple.
Dan's dick is so not proportionate to his size.
How not proportionate is it?
There's never snow on it.
Callback.
No one ever agrees to meet in front of it if they go to Disneyland.
My dick is so not proportionate to my size.
How not proportionate is it? Is it?
To this day, I still don't know if I'm circumcised. Because just the regular amount of skin. Still turtlenecks around it and comes to a little Braunschweiger.
No.
Dan's.
Go ahead.
Aaron, you might be something of an expert on this topic.
Dan's dick is so not proportionate to his
How not proportionate is it?
I feel uncomfortable joking about it. It's beautiful. No, Dan, I love you. It's beautiful.
How beautiful is it?
It's so beautiful that it needs to be beautiful because it's I don't know. Sorry. I just wanted to get in on the boy fun.
Yeah, no, my dick is so beautiful.
How beautiful is it?
It's in the background of 3 Terrence Malick movies.
Lucas, you said that you're also not just an actor, but what else?
I also paint.
You paint. What sort of painting do you do?
Mostly scenes from video games.
What media?
Acrylic on canvas.
Really? Mm-hmm. Scenes from...
So, like pixel paintings. I recently did a painting of Palatown from Pokemon, if people play Pokemon. So I draw out a grid on the canvas and then I paint it by hand with.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He tried doing landscapes, traditional stuff, but the teacher would be like, "That's just a plane." I told you, look out the window.
Luke,
Why is it that we think it's okay
To comment about this, and it's the only physical thing you can.
Well, I was gonna say if we had our friend Colin on here. He's a little person, dwarvism. We don't feel quite as we range in our if they make it okay for us, we can ask them questions about the latitude and the effect and all the things. But what is it about height that's because it doesn't really. You can't kill a mammoth any better than anybody else.
Definit't not. Well,
but must be something where we feel he's fine. We must be feeling that, or we wouldn't feel okay. Right. Are you faster? Are you
definitely not.
I feel like your heart's probably it's
dying.
Yeah, it's there's probably risk involved.
There aren't a lot of tall old people,
really,
because of heart attacks.
See,
that was sad.
Lucas, being just shy of 6'4", I'm at the threshold of I can just fit into most roller coasters.
Yeah.
I can sit and coach without being miserable.
Right.
But right at the edge of that. So coach for you is probably a bummer, right?
It is a bummer. If you get Southwest and you're bored early, you can get the exit row.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah.
You got to. What about roller coasters?
Roller coasters?
Yeah, what about roller coasters?
I love roller coasters.
Because I'm wedged into most roller coasters.
Oh yeah, I just don't go on.
You don't even do it.
Yeah, I just don't bother. Because if I wait in line for an hour to get on the coaster and then they're like, you can't go on, and I'm like, oh great.
And the goddamn nightmare of any theatrical situation at all. Yeah. Even me, I'm aware. I'm 6 feet. It's that dread of you walk into an already filled auditorium or picnic outdoor thing where people are sitting or something, and it's just those comments oh God, no.
Yeah, I know. I apologize to this lovely gentleman behind me. I was I'm sorry, but I am.
And the guy he's pointing to is an African American gentleman. So
and how happy are you right now that he's on stage and not sitting in front of you?
It's okay because he looks back and he goes, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "You look great though, dude."
Yes, I have tall guy guilt about going to concerts and stuff. I stand in the back.
Yeah, I have that guilt, but it doesn't hold me back from living my life.
I love it.
You're still a white man.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Lucas, if we do you have an Instagram or something like that? We can follow your art and we can maybe get people to buy some of your stuff.
I guess I do have an Instagram. King Lucas Lee at Instagram. I don't know how to Instagram.
King Lucas Lee.
Lee, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's check it out. Maybe we'll get one and hang it on the wall here for our Harmontown.
That'd be lovely. I'll paint you one for free and bring it next time.
All right.
All right. Your free ride is over. He's coming back down.
Let's hear for Lucas, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, you can still see me. And it's all about this view.